HQ, and we're going to meet the team behind the world's #1 crypto trading robot. My name is Kyla, and I work in growth here at Tafabot, and I make sure that everything that happens here in the HQ gets communicated to all of our Tafa fans all around the world. Now, I'm excited to show you guys the rest of the team. Let's go.
Hello everyone, I'm Irish and I work in operations here at Tafabot. I oversee all units and make sure we're always working to give you the best trading experience.
Hello guys, I'm Isra. I work in the growth department at Tafabot. I make sure that you have the best trading experience. I provide you all the educational resources that you need.
Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Remy and I run product strategy and product design here at Tafabot. What that really means is I'm responsible for bringing out the new features, functions, and overall app experience for you guys as we grow.
Hi, my name is Soro. I'm an engineer at Tafabot. We make trading easy and fun for you.
Hey guys, my name is Gary. I work on development here at Tafabot to make sure that you have Tafabot time on the app.
Hi guys, we're glad to have you at the Tafabot HQ. I'm Sam Benedict, CEO at Tafabot.
And now we'd like to introduce you to Mr. Dogecoin. He fuels all of our tummies and provides us with all of the snacks here at the Tafabot HQ. Now that you've met the core team here at the Tafabot HQ, we'd like to invite you to come swing by our office. We'll see you here at Business Bay, Dubai, UAE. Bye!
Hello, Tafans. Welcome once again. Super amazing day, and we're stepping into the weekend. We're going to do a recap of what to expect this week and how that affects our strategy. If you're joining us for the first time, this is the Tafabot live setup. So what we do in this setup is to give you settings that you could use right into your Tafabot to become profitable. We do send the settings earlier, so if you're not yet following the Tafabot setup channel, you want to do that right away on Telegram. We do send the setup earlier, so you could take it, but don't start until we do give you the analysis for the setup. Before we start, I'd like to also go through the latest Tafabot app that is going to be coming up shortly. First, we do have the top performing bots by traders. This, if you can see my screen. And let me also state that if you do have a question or you do have a feedback, the Zoom chat is open and you can send me a question or feedback straight away. And I do try to respond to as many as possible before the end of the section. So right on the new Tafabot app, we do have the top performing bots by traders, not leaderboard, as it relates to which trader is performing very, very well overall, but which bot is performing very, very well. So on the first list, we do have, for this week, we could pull it down to today. We do have an ocean bot by Obifondu, amazing, did 600% today. That's a lot. And we do have the same user, Ocean Bots, for 100%. And then we have Lena Short Bot by Tola Yose for 110%. And more, we do have other bots, Adji Short for 93. If you're any of those users you're here, that is absolutely amazing. And we have a Dodge, the Lena again, a lot of Lena, 52%, Lena Master Shots by the designer. So this is one thing to expect in the new application. If your bot is performing very well, either today or is performing well this week. So when we move over to this week, we do have MK Arrow on Binance by user Chawa for this week running over 431%. That is absolutely amazing. Then we have another bot called Winning Lena by Blossom for 158%. That is absolutely amazing. So these are things you want to look forward to. If your bot is performing very well, every other traders will be able to see that particular bot. If we do move more to this month, and we can see more bots performing super, super well this month, a lot of Lena. Lena has really done amazing, amazing job for us. Now I want to move forward to the leaderboard per trader, not per bot. So if we move over to per trader, we do have the first trader, Adagot. If you're yet, that is absolutely amazing, for over 2,200% in this month, and you're from Nigeria. That is beautiful. Then we have the second guy on the list, Marty. If you're any of those users, you could send into the charts. That is amazing. Then we have the third user for Sheriff Sam, Nigeria, 600%. That is beautiful. And moving forward, we have number 4 guy, Chawa, for 500% this week. This is absolute amazing result. You would not find this in the current app, as we're currently ranking users based on their monthly earnings. So at the end of the month, this is going to wipe off, and your earnings is going to start calculating at the end of the month. So you do have a chance to beat any trader in the current system. So with the new app, you could beat any trader. There's no monopoly anymore of TAFA ranking the highest earner overall. So you could do per week, you could beat any trader per week, you could beat any trader per month, you could beat any trader per day. We have the 5th guy, Sendesi from Romania. That is amazing, over 475%. And then we have a lot, Kelvin 400, Ziki Trade, United States Tolias for 300, and much more. That is absolutely amazing. I can see a lot of these traders already indicating in the chat room on Zoom. That is amazing. Congrats. And then we also have affiliate sales per week, per month. So also we have the serious, amazing this week. So you could sort this out per week, per month, and you can beat any affiliate, any trader to the top ranking for per week, per day, per month. That is beautiful. All right, so we're gonna head straight into the trade for today. But before I proceed, I do want to state, like we said yesterday, if you were following us, this is particular to, if we go to the Lena trade for several traders. So if you're on the Lena trade, you should have completed 100% your Lena setup by now. But there are still traders, like I did see in the global group, that there are traders who said, I'm still in that trade. And one of the things that we noticed about such kind of setup, like we did say that yesterday, is that some traders are still nullifying the bot setup. So I'm going to explain what it means to nullify the bot setup. And that's what we notice for any trader that has Lena trade that is not yet completed. So for instance, if you go over to the Mantiga calculator, if you can see on my screen, so a trader says, okay, I want to have a $200 trade, 33% movement, 6 average, leverage 10. And I'm using the auto deleverage function. And the bot says, all right, for this user, your setup is going to be 3.2 first entry. So what we do see users doing is update the first entry to about 10. So you could make a higher profit percentage, but what you don't know is this does nullify your whole setup. So if you're any of the users and you're here, you want to know that this does nullify your whole setup. Now, what happens is the calculator already takes into consideration all of the price rise or drop and the ratio that your bot should be able to use. Now, when this factor changes, it also alters the ratio here. So what is going to happen is after your bot takes, let's say, the first entry, the second entry, maybe trying to take the third entry, is going to say that you don't have enough capital. Okay, it's going to say you don't have enough capital because you've nullified the setup. So for instance, if you do check any of your bots, like you're on the Lina and your setup is for $200 and you go to your Binance, and what you're seeing there is that your setup has only used about $70 or $80 despite how far Lina went up, and your average entry is not currently above the price of Lina. Lina is currently at about 0.61. So if your average entry is not above that price, then you want to check if you do have an error log telling you that you don't have enough capital for the next Matinga buy and the rest. So you don't want to nullify the Tafabot Matinga calculator setup. So back to Lina. Back to Lina, we did start our Lina short a lot around this point, and the price keeps deepening. Our goal for Lina was a 10 strategy period, and for a lot of persons that's completed. For some, you still have maybe around 3 or 5 left. Now, what you want to do for any kind of such users, this should still be above your price entry, or is just at your price entry. Now, what you want to do is to nullify that trade. Now, we're going to explain why we're nullifying that trade. Now, if you're following up with the news in the channel, we did post that we're going to be shorting a lot of coins today, and several coins like MKRO that were longing yesterday, Band, ANKRO, and the rest of them. You didn't find Lina in the list because Lina has shown a serious support as against what we expected from Lina earlier. By now, we were expecting that Lina should be around the tie between the bullish and the bearish around 0.14, but it's still hanging around 0.016. So that's a lot of support, and it is very evident by the money flow happening on Lina that there's just a tie between people who are willing to buy Lina and people who are willing to sell Lina. So for such kind of market, we want to exit. We want to watch again what is going to happen with Lina. If it does break, then we can continue that setup. But for now, we don't want to be stuck in any trade. You should already be on profit at Lina trade. If you're still in that trade, if yours has not completed yet, you want to shut down that trade. Next also is for MKRO. Now, MKRO, we also took a long that completed the long completely, and we found MKRO declining. Now, this is the funny thing, is that MKRO is one of the market we've been talking about for weeks of how there's a large buy happening. But it still turns out that there are still possibly some whales who do not want the price to go beyond here at this point. So they could still be accumulating, but right now, MKRO is not seeing the price go above at this point. So this is one of the market that we also sense that we could possibly be shorting right now. But like we did say in the channel, with the unemployment rates are dropping, that this could affect the markets depending on how traders react to it. But up to now, we've not seen traders reacting to that news as it relates to the volume. So if we go straight to the USD, money flow, okay, you're going to see a lot of money pulling back into USD. So that is something good, telling us people are losing faith in the market, and it could lead to the market crashing. That could also explain why the market is not yet pumping after the unemployment news. The market is not moving, it's not reacting to it. The third factor also could also be because we're in the weekend and a lot of traders are already settling their accounts until Monday. So that is something to totally watch out for. So we do see money moving straight into USD, and at the same time leaving altcoins, and at the same time also leaving BTC. Now we also do have a trade for BTC that's been on a couple days ago that's taken about 2 strategy period. You also want to close down that trade as we do not find BTC. BTC is just hanging. There is no money in the market. If we do go over to the liquidation index, for the past 24 hours, we're going to find about $49 million liquidated. That is very, very low on BTC. There's no money in the market, so the price can be hanging there for a couple of days, and you don't just want to keep your money there without it doing anything for you. We also go straight to the position index. We're still going to find the same thing. There are no position happening in BTC right now. People are just sitting there. A little few positions are just hanging. Above and below, they are very, very tiny positions. So the market is not looking good as it relates to pushing forward or pushing downward. So you want to take that profit for BTC also and let that trade be for now. There are a lot of questions. I'm still going to try to answer those. For some, I'm already answering while explaining the market, so you should already know what to do. I do have questions like my BTC is still running. What should I do? I already explained that. My MKRO, what should I do? I already explained that. So back to the trading view. We do have Lena, which we're not taking for today. We're shutting it down. Lena could keep dumping, of course, but we want to look what Lena has the capacity to do. Next, we want to short MKRO. But like I said, the news about unemployment could affect the market. But until now, this is 1 hour after the news, the market is not reacting to it. So we could keep going down, but traders could decide to take a different turn later on. But for now, we still see that money is leaving the market, and we do not expect the market to go up except traders wakes up and takes a different turn. So once you want to short MKRO, you want to short a band, you want to short ANKRO. If you've put already those settings, you want to click start on ANKRO, on band, on MKRO. We're not trading Lena today for the user asking Lena is not on Telegram. Now, if the market chooses to switch based on the news, we're also going to be updating to you in the Telegram channel during the week if you are to stop the trade or not. But right now, you just find that the market is totally stagnant. The market is not moving, nothing is happening. Everything is totally stagnant. So you could even be in the trade and the trade is not moving because everything is totally stagnant. There's no money flow anywhere in the market. And for such kind of time, the market could be preparing for a massive, massive dump. So first, I want to go into my Tafabot and start up those 3 trades right away. And we're going to look into further markets and then we call it a day. Let me know if you started all of those trades while we're looking through Dodge. If you did take the Dodge trade right around here, we posted Dodge about 2 or 3 days ago, and we did close in profits. Dodge still keeps dipping in. That is something interesting, but we're still looking at Dodge. Depending on how the market reacts, we're still looking at Dodge for a long. So you can see that Dodge is already below our bearish zone. So it has hit every bearish target that we had for Dodge. So right now, there could be possibility of Dodge going up, but that is totally depending on if the whole market chooses to go up because of the unemployment rate news. If not, Dodge could keep going down. So you don't want to long it, but we have our eyes on Dodge right now. Next is for SSP. We did state that SSP was going to crash to 0.71 a couple of days ago. And that has already happened, and it even went further to 0.069. Now, if you're ever on SSP trade a couple days ago on auto deleverage and it has not closed, this should be your entry point around here or 6.8. So it doesn't do you any good to keep that trade running. You want to call off that trade at this point where you have the SSP price. This was our analysis of where the price will go to before it does find support and decide to bounce off again if it's going to go up. So you want to call off that trade. And if the market doesn't find support at this point, then of course, it's going to keep going up until the 5 level. Isa is asking, can we close Lena manually? Yes, absolutely. You can do that. And in the new app, I did state that you can directly close a trade by stopping the bot. You stop the bot, the trade closes. That is something to look forward to. A user is asking, when do we expect the new app? We've already sent it for approval. We do hope we get approval this week. So by next week, it will be in your hands. So you want to start MKR already. It's already printing in profits. Band is there. And ANK arrow is also there. Once again, I'm going to go to the setup screen and place it in front of you while I try to answer a lot of the questions and feedback. So this is a setup for band. The setup are almost the same. We're still tracking the same percentage. Band has not moved at all for the past 2 weeks. It has been the same setup for band. Then we have ANK arrow and we have MK arrow. So while the setup is on your screen, I'm going to go through a lot of the questions and see. The user said, please, a member of my team has been on Lena Trade following Martingale calculator with auto delivery since Tuesday. For such users, like I did say, you want to check that this user, number one, did not nullify this calculator strategy. Number two is that this user does have enough of the capital to cover up for all the trades. So we've also seen users having, let's say, $1,000, and then they create 3 bots running for $500. Now, at the point of starting the bot, all of the trade will have the capacity to start because you do have the more than $500 in your balance. So all of the trades are going to start, but going through the Martingale structure, most of the trades are going to fail because it does not have enough capital to cover up for it. So you want to confirm those details with the user. If the user has nullified or doesn't have enough capital, that would explain why you're still 6% from the entry. You want to call off that trade or monitor what Lena does next. User is saying, is AMK arrow still running? What to do since we're shorting right now? What to do is what I just explained. You want to call that off if yours is still running, but it should have been completed by now. You want to call that off and switch in the shorts. Now, I would also want to state that there are times that we've told our traders on Tafabot, do not trade. Now, this is also one of those times where you could also say do not trade because there's no money flow, the market is not moving, nothing is happening. So if you are a trader and you've made a lot of profit this week and you're comfortable with your profit, you don't want to take any risks, this is also one of those days where you don't trade and you just wait till Monday. BTC is still running. What should I do? I already stated that. Should I close my trade? I already explained that. Is it possible to reset long or short by editing the bot? Yes, this is possible with the new app. If you do switch from long to short and you are in a trade, the bot is going to close the current trade that you're currently on. So yes, this is already available in the current app. When do we expect the app? Yes, we do hope to get it by next week, like I already stated. Please analyze SSP. We already talked about SSP. Let me know if that is clear. Amazing. A lot of users have started the 3 trade. That is absolutely amazing. The user said, thank you, Tafabot team. You guys are really marvelous. Thanks to the team. That is amazing. Another user said, my trade are currently in negative. Should I close them? Yes, for those trades I stated, if you're still there, you want to call those off and follow the new setup. User James, is it possible to close long and short with the new app? Yes, it is possible, but it's in a kind of different way. So what you need to do, if you want to close a trade from long to short, you want to make sure that that trade does have a stop loss, right? So if your trade has a stop loss, not on relax, it needs to be on conservative with a stop loss. If it does have a stop loss and you switch the trade from long to short, it's going to trigger a stop loss because the trade is in the opposite direction and it's going to close your trade and start the new direction that you did set. As I said, Band and MKRO are already taking profit. That is beautiful. Band and MKRO are already on profit. So for those who are still on MKRO and you're asking me, should you hold still? This is the analysis which we already gave for all of this trade, is that right now, there's no money in the market. So the market could keep ranging. So that's one thing you want to note. MKRO, Band, any of the market, BTC, between now till Monday, could just be playing 2%, 3% up, 2% down, 3% up, 5%. So you could just find that for those who are starting the short, you're just taking profit. For those who are still on the long and you don't want to close, you're not in real loss. The price keeps going up close to your entry, it goes down again. So you're just stuck there. So the question is, do you want to be stuck there, or do you want to take profit that can cover up for whatsoever negative you have right now if you call it off? Or you want to be stuck there and keep taking in more entries? Of course, you're going to take profit eventually if the market catches back with money flow and goes up by Monday. Is I saying on the Telegram, we believe some Chinese bots got in. Is Tafabot aware of it? Yes, we did see a lot of those influx, but there have not been disturbance in the group yet. So if there are, then measures will be taken. Isa is asking, can we switch on the bots now? Yes, absolutely. You could switch on your bot. What time do you push up trade setup daily? Because I always start late. We always send the setup about 30 minutes to the Zoom time, so you're able to create all the setup. While on the Zoom, like now, we tell you to kickstart the trade. So you want to look out, you want to set an alert to the Tafabot setup channel. We do post that about 30 minutes before the Zoom time. Amazing. A lot of questions and feedback. We do try to answer as much as possible. Once again, MKRO trade already on profit, the same as Band and the same as Lena. So you want to kickstart all of those trades right away. If you've not done that, you should already be taking your first profits right away. And this is going to be it for today. We're going to call it a day here, and we're going to keep the communication going on the Tafabot Telegram channels. If you did ask a question here or a feedback and I didn't find it, you want to send that also into the Telegram channel, and you're going to have a lot of community leaders answer that. Okay, as I saying, you talked about institutions who could decide to go against our trade. That's the reason why I asked about bots. Yes, that's absolutely makes sense. Yes, our trade, like we stated, is posted publicly, so anyone could see them, could take them. Yes, a whale could decide to try to fight against the trade, but that's the reason we have martingale structure and auto deleverage that covers up for whatsoever disturbance the market wants to give to us. That is one of the beauty of TAFA. But once again, we also stated that there's a new algo coming in that solves both exchange manipulation, both whale manipulation. It solves all of that. You also want to look forward to that. That is one amazing bot that is coming up in the testing phase. We've seen 30 to 50% profit most times in a day on your total capital. So that is something really amazing. User Martins for Lena, do let me know, are you on the long or on the short side of Lena? I'm going to answer that and we're going to call it a day. Let's go make some money. All right, for User Martins, I was still waiting for a reply. If not, you want to send that into the Telegram chat. You're going to get several leaders answer to that right away. So thank you, Tafans. Let's go make some money. You can switch on the bot now for the users asking. You can switch on the bot right away, and we're going to call it a day. But let's go make some profit. And don't forget to share your Tafa earnings in the global Telegram group.